Cold and flat, not even looking me in the eye. I held the tears back, just barely. I felt my stomach lurch and my whole world begin to spin. Every terrible nightmare I'd had for years was finally coming true. He was throwing me away. Throwing us away. Every ounce of my self-loathing roared with delight. You're fat. You're ugly. You're disgusting. You're worthless. You're going to die alone. No one will ever want you again. It screamed in my ear. I felt lightheaded. I felt stupid. I could barely ask the question, the terrible question I already knew the answer to. Is it about her? I asked, and hated myself for how my voice cracked and shook. A moment, a quiver in his cheek, shame in his eyes, and then he looked down, suddenly fascinated by his shoes. He knew exactly who I was talking about. Her name had come up again and again and again for months now, out of nowhere, like he couldn't control himself. And every time he said her name, he smiled in a way that felt like a knife against my throat. Tara, from work, he called her. Tara, who was 28. Tara, who he was mentoring. Tara, who looked up to him. Tara, whose body his children hadn't destroyed. Tara, who hadn't stood by him through hell for years. Tara, who understood him in a way I just didn't anymore. Tara, who made him smile. Tara, who he loved now that he didn't love me anymore. Tara, who wasn't going to be single in her 40s. Tara, who wasn't going to be alone. Tara, that bitch. Get out! I screamed. Get out! And he did, leaving me alone in the big house we'd built a life in together, a life he was throwing away. No, he wasn't throwing life away. He was throwing me away. Just like so many men had thrown so many women away, or even just ignored and made to feel worthless. When we get too old, or too fat, or too bitter, or too fed up with the BS they fed us. Fed up with the lies. I admit it. I felt like I'd rather be dead as I lay there sobbing on the floor, hating myself, hating him. It was the worst moment of my life. But also, and I know this doesn't make sense yet, it was also the best. Because as strange as it sounds, that terrible moment led to the discovery of a women's weight loss secret, a secret that reversed my type 2 diabetes, had me shed 40 pounds in just 58 days without drugs or dangerous surgery, leaving my know-it-all doctor absolutely shocked and questioning everything that he had learned in medical school. It gave me the energy I had as a teenager and the sex drive I thought I'd lost for good. A secret that didn't just save my marriage, but had my husband crawling back to me, treating me like a queen, practically worshiping the ground I walked on. A secret that gave me all the power and control. A secret that gave me my best body. A secret that led to my ultimate revenge. Need some proof? Here's a picture of me around the time John left. And here's one I took last week. And I promise you, I did that without doing anything you would call exercise. Because as a mom, I simply don't have the time. Without starving myself, People regularly ask me how I stay so thin when they see me gorging myself at restaurants. And without giving up any of my favorite foods, without taking any dangerous supplements, without feeling like I was dieting at all. And that whole transformation only took 58 days. Really quick and really important. If you think you already know this incredible women's weight loss secret, I promise you, you're wrong. Vacuuming away belly fat, reversing type 2 diabetes and heart disease in its tracks, and turning back the clock on your muscles, skin, and joints. Because as unbelievable as it sounds, this simple secret that doesn't take any extra time out of your already overpacked day flips a chemical switch and completely transforms a woman's body. So what's the secret? Well, I've got good news for you. I'm going to tell you exactly what the secret is in just 184 seconds. That's just over 3 minutes. But that's not all. I'm also going to reveal 3 gut-wrenching weight loss lies that women have been fed for decades. Lies I had to go through hell to learn myself. That turned me into my own body's worst enemy when it came to health and weight loss. I know you want to know. And like I said, I'm going to tell you. But first, it's incredibly important that I share my own devastating story of how I was forced to learn this secret the hard way. How I came to share it with thousands of women around the world who got their ultimate revenge too. And how this secret almost utterly destroyed me. Stop being such a victim. I heard John's voice whisper again and again in my head. His favorite line for years whenever I complained about my weight. Was he right? Was that what I was doing? I looked over the empty tubs of